Captain Clutch. Welcome to the Blue Shirt Barn Hockey Show, where we're here to talk about hockey tonight. We got playoff hockey going on. Right now, as we speak, the Dallas Stars are taking on the Winnipeg Jets, and that is currently a 1-1 score with 13 minutes left to go in the game. And Dallas leads that series 3-2. So it's been pretty intense, back and forth. It looks like Dallas has, kind of got a little bit of an upper hand. Scheifele scored a goal, which my prayers are with their family. He found out today that his father passed away and talked to his mother and decided that his father would have wanted him to play. And he decided he was going to play this game tonight, and he scored the goal for the Winnipeg Jets. So prayers for their family, because that's some pretty sad news. But I'm kind of pulling for Winnipeg tonight just because I hope they win for Scheifele there. But Dallas is coming on strong. Dallas has had them pinned in their zone for quite some time. We just got a whistle. We're in commercial right now. So we'll stay tuned for that. We might be able to finish this game before we finish this episode. So check us out at Blue Shirt Barn Hockey Show on Instagram. Check us out on Spotify, YouTube, and YouTube Podcast. So, big news. Captain Clutch comes and scores the game-winning goal for the Toronto Maple Leafs against the Florida Panthers. Next game is Sunday, May 18th at 7:30 p.m., and that will be series tied 3-3. We're going in for an epic Game 7. And I'm excited because I was pulling for Toronto to tie this thing. I wanted to see an epic Game 7. Their core four needed to become the score four, and they weren't doing it. And, there's been 110 players in NHL history with 400 or more career goals that have scored a goal past the second round. And Austin Matthews was the only one not to have a goal past the first round. But he now changed his fate. He has finally scored a goal past the first round. Oh, by the way, my counterpart, Tom Murphy, is not on tonight. I'm not sure if he was busy or he fell asleep. But he's not with me right now. I figured I'd record this episode because tomorrow night is the next game. We wanted to really talk about this tonight. I was kind of hoping he would be on here. But we'll run it. We'll send it. We're going to run this baby. So, anyway, beginning of the game. Oh, here's a little fun fact. The Toronto Maple Leafs have not made it past the second round in 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We didn't have to worry about 23. And also they didn't make it past it in 24. So, Game 7. This is going to be a big, big game. Their boys need to step it up and come hard. Because if they want it and they want this cup, they're going to have to push really hard for this because this is going to be a pretty big test. This is a barn burner at its best. They're going to be playing in Toronto's barn. Let's go over a little bit of the last game. So, first period, Toronto outshot Florida 7-2. But they took a lot of penalties. Took back-to-back penalties in the first period. But the penalty kill came in big. They came in big, and they stopped everything that was coming in at them. Wall looked great last night compared to the game before. He looked like he was on his game. Let's see what else we got here with my notes. Max Pacioretty has 7 goals in 15 career playoff games when it comes to facing elimination. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Make it 8 now because he scored last night. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. 8 goals in 15 career playoff games when facing elimination. It's probably 8 and 16 now. When facing elimination. That's big. That's big. That's one of your guys you need doing these kind of things because that's your playoff man. Those are the clutch guys that come in and win games for you when you need to. Let's see what else we got here. You got Matthew Knees, who is a shot blocking machine in the game. Not sure if he's going to make it for next game because he got hurt. Him and Matthews got hurt. Barkov stick Matthews right in the eye when he came up with it, right off the face-off. There was no penalty called on that, which I can't believe that. Then a little while later, Toronto high sticks one of their guys, and they call that. So where's the fine line here? You're not going to call it on Matthews, but you're going to call it on them. You got to call it all the way around. I'm sorry. Anyway, but Matthew Knees, he got hurt. I don't know. Craig Berube said he's not sure if he's going to make it for tomorrow night's game. He's a big, big, big penalty killer and a shot blocking machine for Toronto. So if he's not playing, they got to find somebody, and they got to find somebody who plays just as hard as him because he's a big deal. Joseph Wall, he played great. He played really great. He is the first Leafs goaltender. Okay, listen up. The first Leafs goaltender to post a shutout in a game when facing elimination since Curtis Joseph in Game 5 of 2002 conference final. Can anybody do the math? 1, 2, 4, 3, 6, 7, 22, 23. 23 years later. To post a shutout in a game facing elimination. 23 years later. The Leafs also snapped 130 minute 51 second goal drought between goals in Florida. That's a big deal. So Wall, when facing elimination, his record is 4-1. Goals against average is 1.13. His save percentage is .958. That's huge. That's big. That's good. That's what you want. And his shots on goal against is 28.2. That's about normal. Shutouts is 1. But this is big because, you know what? They shut out the reigning Stanley Cup champions last night in Game 6 after a terrible, terrible show of display, in the game prior. Now, here's my take after going through some of these stats. They played very well. They kept all the shots to the outside. They had very good pressure on all their men. They blocking shots. Let's go back to my notes here. Blocked shots. Blocked shots. They outblocked them 38-10 in the game. That's big. That's real big. Not only are you keeping their players to the outside, which you want, because you don't want any high-scoring chances to get in the middle of that ice, but when they were able to shoot from there, they were blocked. So the last game prior, the Leafs were all collapsing in front of the net, which was leaving all this area up by the blue line, and that was allowing their defenders to take a couple steps in. And when you do that, now you're really kind of you're putting real big pressure on them. But the Leafs kind of combated that, where they kind of spread out a little bit more and didn't give that space. They were really aggressive on the pucks, on everything, and then that's where Marner stopped. I think it was Barkov right on the blue line. He screwed up, and he got the puck, and boom, passed it right to Matthews. And Matthews, his shot comes off that stick like a laser beam. He even had a guy in front of him, and it came in as a screen, but he shot that so fast, the goaltender didn't even have a chance. And then Pacioretty came in right in front of the net, got it, tip in, boom, second goal, 2-0. And that's how it ended because they played a pretty solid game. The goaltender was pretty outstanding. Not to take anything away from the Panthers, because the Panthers played hard too. And, they were playing pretty good. Austin Matthews just beat him. And so did Pacioretty. And if Toronto is going to win this game, they need to play the similar way. You know that the Panthers are going to change their game up. They have to. They got to shake some things up to make it a little bit different, so they get a different look. You're going to see that. You hope that the Maple Leafs. I want to see the Maple Leafs win this. I want to see them end this Stanley Cup drought. That's what I'm doing. They're not even my team, but I want to see them. I want to see them end this drought this year. This would be good. They got a good team for it. The Panthers won a cup last year. They don't need to win another cup. We need a different team this year. So, if the Toronto Maple Leafs are to pull this off, they're going to have to fight for their lives tomorrow night. They got to be aggressive. You got to force the pass. You got to be in their grill at all costs. Anytime they touch that puck, you have to make them pay. You got to make them pay for touching the puck. You just can't let them take the puck. They're going to have to take away that neutral zone. They're going to have to get in their grill. I don't care if you don't even have to hit them all the time in the neutral zone. You just got to get in their way. You got to force the pass. I've always said, you force the pass, you force it, you be aggressive, you take away their space. They will screw up. You're going to get a turnover. The more you're in the grill, the more you force it, you're going to make them turn it over. The neutral zone is the best place to stop them, so it saves your defenseman from getting worn out. And if it does go in your zone, you're going to have to make them pay for touching that puck. They got to. Even when you take it in their zone, you got to make sure that you get it in the corners. Don't let the goalie, because if you dump it in, it goes behind that net. The goalie's going to get it. It's coming right back out. And that's easy under defenders. You got to get it in the corners. You can't let that goalie touch the puck. And when their defenders touch that puck, you need to hit them hard in the corners. Make them feel it. Make them look over their shoulders every single time they're about to touch that puck, because they're going to get nervous. They're going to look over their shoulders, and that gives you the extra second to 2 seconds you need to get in there to make that hit to get that puck. And you also need support. When you do get in there, you need your guys either on a half wall or a guy going behind that net. You need support. So this way, when the puck is free, you got a guy there to take the puck, and now you're working that puck in their zone. It's going to be a big, big game. This is the one series I was really kind of waiting for. I'm kind of pulling. It's not my team, but I'm pulling for the Toronto Maple Leafs here. I'm saying it, everybody, all you Maple Leafs fans, I'm pulling for you. Not my team, but I'm pulling for you guys in a Game 7. I hope your core four can really step it up and destroy them tomorrow night, because they're a dirty team, and I don't like a dirty team. I'd like to see them destroy them the way it was 6-0 the other game. I'd like to see a 6-0 win and destroy them, and in your home barn. That's what I'd like to see. Don't let it get to you. You got to do this. This is your journey. Make it happen. If you Maple Leafs are out there, step it up. This is the game. This is the game that you got to push forward, and you're on to the conference final. Game 7. Love me some Game 7s. Come on. Yes, sir. It's going to be a good one. Anyhow, check us out at Blue Shirt Barn Hockey on Instagram. We are on X. We are on Threads. We are on Spotify. Check us out. If you're driving to work, driving home, check us out on Spotify. You can listen to us in the car ride. We are on YouTube podcast also if you listen that way. And you can check us out on YouTube, which a lot of people are finding us. We're a new show. for a fun show. Check us out. Have a good weekend.